Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the sesh. And on this edition of Max Mosley's Flying Circus, we are headed down to Brazil.
Let's go.
Taylor is going to be rocking the Ronaldinho jersey in the debrief, I'm sure. Um, Maybe the OG Ronaldo. He'll bring back the weird samurai haircut. Um,
That's it. That's the one. Yes.
all right, let's get into this one. We got some time constraints this time, so we got to be quick. Um, the track we are heading to, Interlagos. Got two DRS zones, bunch of corners, some to the left, some to the right. This ain't NASCAR. That's how it works. Got the track length of 2.6 miles, 4.03 Europeans, and 71 laps this time. We've been blessed with some longer ish races this time, like this kind of like last half of the season. But last time they raced there was in 2019 because the evil bad virus caused them to skip last year. The results in 2019, we had Max Verstappen on pole. We had Max Verstappen taking P1, Pierre Gasly taking P2, Carlos Sainz P3, and Valtteri Bottas with the fastest lap. As always, Valtteri Bottas getting the fastest lap but not being on the podium. Seems to be a pattern. But yeah. So, based on our last preview episode with Martin Brundle being a little bitch about getting snubbed in the paddock, apparently Martin Brundle has run to his daddy because F1 has just passed the Martin Brundle rule, or I think according to where I got this, GP fans, they called it the Martin Brundle clause, which that's even worse. That limits celebrity bodyguard access to the paddock. And I gotta ask, Taylor, what the fuck is with Martin Brundle? Like, do you think he had like any hand in this, or was this like F1 saying we got to throw Martin a bone here?
Oh, they're definitely throwing him a bone, and he definitely complained. It's just the big old. He's being a big old bitch.
It's like I wonder, like you have to legitimately question at this point if celebrities are gonna want to show up because they know they're gonna be accosted by Martin Brundle and they just don't want to fucking deal with him. So it's like, I ain't going. Fuck y'all.
They're like, my security can't come through the paddock.
Oh
All
hell
right, I
no.
ain't going.
But yeah, so yeah, Martin Brundle, the first villain, I think on Max Mosley's Flying Circus. He's like a first recurring character at the very least. You're a little bitch, and stop running to your daddy every time things don't go your way. Some like a
Salty
real
bitch.
man. Push the security out of the way and ask the question anyway.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we gotta say the shit talk in the drivers and constructors championship is not faring well right now, at least between the people who are actually involved. Some of the stuff that's going back and forth on Twitter is just, y'all sound fucking nuts. Like pure QAnon crazy. Because it's like, the championship's over, blah, blah. Like, no. There's 4 races to go. It's well within Mercedes to come back. I don't know. I think it's all also given how like they looked like they were pulling away earlier in the season, and then Red Bull fucked it halfway through and like let Mercedes claw their way back. But who's to say that Red Bull won't take their foot off the gas? But Taylor, I gotta ask, what do you want to hear from Christian Horner or Toto Wolff or Max or Lewis? What do you want to hear back and forth in terms of like shit talking from them?
Oh, a lot of personal attacks and mental warfare. No, I would love to hear them going crazy between each other verbally, though. This would be amazing, like a good old fashioned just fight. That would be hilarious. Like, make people want to watch even more. Uh, that's what I want to see.
So you literally want to see fisticuffs in the paddock. That's
No, I don't necessarily mean to that degree. I just mean like I want to see verbal warfare. I want to see them tweeting shit at each other like it's a UFC fight about to happen or something. I want to see shit talking between the teams.
you
This
want
is
to see like Christian Horner tweeting weird shit at Toto Wolff at 3 o'clock in the morning to like
yes,
throw him off his game.
yes, yes, and I want to see shit talking at the races. This would be
That's what I don't
phenomenal.
think there really is enough of. It's like they don't give us. Maybe it's like they have it in somebody's contract at this point that like Max and Lewis aren't allowed to appear in the press conference together. But like, I think F1 reporters are a little too reverential. They're too nice. We need to get
Well,
some
and I
good old fashioned American tabloid journalists in there. Get the real
yes,
questions asked. You know,
and I think they focus way too much on being extremely mutually respectful teams against teams. If there's any aggression, it's very passive aggression and shit that goes on, unless there's a crash and a driver gets out and like starts yelling and smacking the other drivers while he's in the fucking cockpit still, something like that.
well, that was just
Um,
George asserting his dominance over Valtteri because he already knew that he was going to be signed by Mercedes. So we can give George a pass on that one.
exactly.
But yeah, I would honestly I wouldn't mind seeing like it get right up to the point of an actual physical altercation. I would love to see like the stewards have to step in and separate Christian and Toto. I think that would be great.
It'd be phenomenal.
Also, I don't think Max would get into it with Lewis like that. Maybe if like Lewis tried to run him off the road in qualifying or some shit, maybe. Then he's throwing bows at the fucking press conference, but it's like, oh, and Max, coming up to Max coming up to the microphone, like Lewis is walking by him, just elbows him in the kidney or some shit. Like, I just think that Max right now is like too focused on like, we just got to get through these next couple races. I got to score some good points, and I'm at least in with a shot to win this thing. And he's got the former F1 driver dad, like keeping him focused on the goal. Like, yeah, I think Mercedes is playing some mind games. I think it might end up coming back up to bite him. But all right, so let's get on to the main event. The reason why we're all really here: the Predictors Championship. This past week, Taylor took the lead, 259 to 249. I am here to claw back my honor. So, pole position, or the winner of qualifying, because we have a sprint race this week. We got to go for the whole thing. So it's like the winner of qualifying, Maximilian Verstappen. Winner of the sprint race, Lewis Hamilton.
Mm.
I think it's going to be a 1-2 situation, and Lewis is going to get him at the start and take it to the end. P1 in the race, Max Verstappen. P2, Lewis Hamilton. I'm not deviating from that pick for the rest of the fucking year. P3, I'm going to go Pierre Gasly. P4, Charles Leclerc. P5, Daniel Ricciardo.
Mm. Interesting.
Gasly has had like that under the radar fantastic season so far this year. And I haven't picked him enough. You know, my French name was Pierre in high school French class, so I'm riding through with it. Come on. Gasly for P3, not the win. I need Max. I need Max to take it. Otherwise, I'm fucked. All right, pal.
Okay.
Lay it on us. You are in the lead.
Qualifying, Max. Sprint, Max. Pole, Max. P1, I got Max.
Yeah.
P2, I got Lewis Hamilton. P3, I'm going Carlos Sainz.
Just going.
P4, I'm going Lando Norris. And P5.
Lando's going to be pissed that you dumped him for Carlos Sainz, but all right.
There's a strategy here. P5, I'm going Bottas.
Interesting.
Fastest lap, I'm going Bottas.
I mean, that after this week, that might be like you might be in with a decent shot on that one. I don't know. After him stealing it off Max. Thank you, Valtteri, by the way, for doing that, because that kept the margin pretty thin between me and Taylor. All right, let's run down the race weekend. On Friday, we've got FP1 that starts at 10:30 a.m. Eastern. Then we've got qualifying on Friday. That starts at 2 p.m. Eastern. On Saturday, we've got 10 a.m. That is FP2. And the sprint race starts at 2:30. Still really upset with myself that I somehow managed to schedule a haircut right in the middle of the sprint race. And then, on Sunday, the race starts at noon Eastern. Suck it, Europeans. You've got to stay up late again. I feel so happy that you will be salty for another weekend. Before we get to go back to being pissed off about it being in the Middle East and having to, wake up at all kinds of weird hours again. But yeah, we will see you guys next week for the debrief. I've been Raveheart. He's been my co-host, Taylor Surreal. Until next time, everybody. Stay safe. Adios.